Listen, y'all. If y'all don't know why I'm clapping, if y'all don't know why I'm pause that. I don't know why I'm clapping, if y'all don't know why I'm excited, if y'all don't know why I got on all black. Listen, I would have made the lights blue, would have made the camera look crazy. But listen, it's a special occasion, okay? Luka Doncic got traded to the Lakers. That's probably one of the dumbest moves in NBA history, right? But it don't matter. You wanna know why it don't matter? Because we got Cooper fucking Flagg. Hold up. Cooper fucking Flagg, my nigga. I still got the tag. I just got the jersey. Just got it. I didn't take the tag off, nothing. Listen, man. I don't want to hear any of y'all niggas in this chat talking about Cooper Flagg this, Cooper Flagg that. Bro, if you don't got the Cooper Flagg jersey with the tag still on it, you have no right to be talking about my nigga Coop, bro. Listen, I pledge allegiance to the flag. I don't give a fuck if he ain't played no games. He can play 0 games. He is the greatest Dallas Maverick of all time. I don't give a fuck. He's gonna be better than Dirk. He's gonna be better than Luka. Already better than Jason Terry. Already better than Jason Kidd as a Dallas Maverick. What the fuck are we talking about, my nigga? This is the next best thing. This is the GOAT right here. This nigga right here, and this white ass, this nigga from fucking Maine, my nigga. He's taking over the fucking league, my nigga. I don't know what else I gotta describe to you, but listen, I don't gotta describe shit. Wanna know why I don't gotta describe shit? Because I don't got the robe. Cooper Flagg Reacts is in the building, alright, my nigga? Cooper Flagg Reacts is in the fucking building, okay? I don't wanna hear shit about, listen, I don't wanna hear y'all niggas talking shit about Cooper Flagg. I don't wanna hear y'all niggas saying he ass, he gonna be a bust. If you don't got the jersey, you can't talk about him. Simple. Nonetheless, though, we gonna get into this Jimmy High Roller video, bro. Hold up, let me get it all set up real quick for y'all. Hold up. Listen, I could go all fucking day talking about my nigga Cooper Flagg. I really could, but Jimmy's gonna do it for me because Jimmy is the motherfucking GOAT, alright? If y'all niggas watch basketball and don't know who Jimmy High Roller is, then you just don't like basketball because this nigga is the analysis GOAT. If you want answers to a question or you want a nigga to do a deep dive geometry science project on a basketball theory, he's gonna do it. He's gonna give you the facts. So I can't wait for him to tell me the facts on Cooper Flagg because I already know the facts. I'm pretty sure y'all know the facts too. Cooper Flagg, listen, I pledge allegiance to the flag, my nigga. I pledge allegiance to the fucking flag. If y'all niggas don't pledge allegiance to the flag, y'all niggas is bugging. Because the flag is gonna set you free, nigga. So I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm chatting. I'm gonna just let the video rock.
Of an all-time
I'm chatting right now.
Not just elite or exceptional.
This shit ain't even in 1080p.
Generation. Usually the signs are there.
There you go.
National acclaim at an early age, the masses becoming familiar with your name long before you even step foot on an NBA court, throw in a few viral performances, jaw-dropping physical gifts, a Sports Illustrated cover, and you've got yourself a recipe for what?
Got the greatest basketball player, the greatest white basketball player of all time next to Luka Doncic. Yes, I said it. I don't give a fuck how many rings Larry Bird won. I don't give a fuck how many MVPs Larry Bird won. He cannot do what Luka does. I don't care, my nigga. I don't care. I don't care. Fight me in the comments about it. It's my opinion. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
They're terrible at predicting truly generational talent.
Not this year.
For every player that gets slapped with the label of being generational and lives up to it, there's about 10 more who don't even come close. But what do you call a player who was given the description of generational at 16 years old, went toe-to-toe with LeBron as a high schooler, and was projected to go first overall in the NBA draft 3 years before he was even eligible?
That's a little crazy. 3 years and you ain't even in college, and niggas is saying you the #1 pick.
To this point, has exceeded all of them. But even after
look at Nico, now fuck you, Nico. Hold up.
First overall picks in recent
look at Nico Harris's bum ass. Fuck this nigga,
Flagg
man.
has faced some of the highest expectations of any recent NBA
like who looks at a nigga? Hold on. Who looks at a nigga like this? Who looks at a nigga like this and says, yes, I want him to be the GM of my franchise? I know Jason Kidd don't want to be nowhere near this nigga. I know Jason Kidd was pissed when they traded Luka. I don't want to be nowhere near this bum ass. Fuck it though. You got Cooper Flagg.
But even after becoming
you better hope this nigga becomes super duper star like Luka was. Like we all know he is.
Opinions ranging from he could be the greatest player of an entire era, all the way to he's
got the jersey right here.
Prospects we've
Jersey
seen
right
recently.
here.
After missing on numerous alleged generational prospects in recent years, it's clear why some fans are hesitant to give such a hefty label to anyone. And yet some remain certain that Cooper is generational. Which begs the question,
niggas wearing New Balances.
What makes Cooper Flagg the transcendent talent some say
Niggas cooking
he is?
niggas in New
Is he
Balances.
really worth the hype? Or are some fans setting him up for the same exact fate other generational talents
Yup.
have suffered? To answer this question, we have to go back long before anyone even knew the name Cooper Flagg. Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. Whether you're looking for
Bro, fuck SeatGeek. Bro, fuck SeatGeek. Fuck SeatGeek. Let's get to the real shit.
In December of 2021, a news publication out of Maine wrote a piece about a basketball prodigy who was starting to gain attention not just around the state, but around the country.
Yup.
Describing him as a talent they had never seen before.
Never seen before.
7-inch, supremely gifted 14-year-old.
6'7" at 14 is crazy.
Immediately, they were onto something special and early, because this would be one of the first mentions of the name Cooper Flagg, a freshman who had yet to play a single game of high school ball, who many agreed they had never seen the likes of. Over the next 2 years, Cooper quickly became a national headliner, transferring to Montverde Academy and rising up the high school rankings. By the end of his sophomore season, it became clear that Cooper was, in fact, a talent unlike anything else in the country.
Yup. Listen, I knew Cooper Flagg was that nigga when... Let me see if I can look it up real quick. Let me see. Quadruple. This is when he was playing in Maine. That was when I was like, this nigga is going to be a pro... Look at this shit. He had 12 fucking... Look at this. Look at this. You just get a ball to Coop. Give the ball to Coop. Yeah, I don't want... Hold up. Hold up. Yeah, hold up. Hold up. Yup. Yup. Give it back. Never mind. The nigga wanted... The nigga... Yeah, there you go. Hey! Come on, my nigga. Pull that. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, he might hit that bit. Yup. I don't even know. Why are they showing the other team's highlights? I just came in for Cooper. Y'all get the gist though. 38 points, 16 rebounds, 12 blocks. You know what I'm saying? 10 assists. He was doing his thing. All right. That was when I knew he was that nigga. Why did the video? Hold up.
National headliner, transferring to Montverde Academy and rising up the high school rankings. By the end of his sophomore season, it became clear that Cooper was, in fact, a talent unlike anything else in the country.
All right,
the secret was out. Cooper Flagg may just be next up.
Not maybe, he is next up.
To this, the first mention of Cooper Flagg not just as a great prospect, but as a generational prospect. This came out following a successful summer season where Flagg jumped up national rankings from a 5-star prospect to the consensus #1 player in the country in his class. Like many others before him, the towering propositions about his game and what he might become began to ramp up. But being called generational isn't necessarily out of the norm for prospects of this caliber. However,
calling DeAndre Ayton a generational talent when Luka Doncic, literally the greatest white basketball player of all time, is in that same draft, that's kind of crazy. Listen, I understand why they drafted DeAndre Ayton. The Suns needed a big man, and he was the best big man available in that draft. Actually, the best big man, you know what I'm saying, in that draft. But still, like, generational talent, DeAndre Ayton, I never saw it. Oh shit, I'm dropping shit. I never saw it, but hey.
Out of the norm is the fact that this article was published on August 3rd, 2023, when Cooper was just 16 years old. At the time, 3 years away from being draft eligible. His incredible physical tools and NBA readiness already putting him in conversations with prospects like LeBron, AD, Zion, and Wemby before he even started his junior season in high school.
That's how to listen. When you he's getting the LeBron James, Zion Williamson treatment. I'm not gonna say Victor Wembanyama because we all know Victor Wembanyama is a generational talent, but he didn't, you know what I'm saying, get the headlines in high school and shit, you know what I'm saying? He was playing over there in France, and that's where he got his name at. I'm talking about United States niggas, all right? Niggas in the States, right? LeBron James, Zion Williamson, even Ben Simmons. We don't fuck with Ben Simmons, though, but even Ben Simmons, they was chatting about these niggas when they was in high school. And they came into the league, and they became superstars, right? You know what I'm saying? Cooper Flagg is next in line to be in that conversation with the niggas like LeBron, Zion, Victor, Anthony Davis. Who else? I'm not even gonna say we didn't start paying attention to Anthony Edwards until college. Really, we all knew who he was, but like We wasn't calling him a generational talent. Those niggas, bro. Listen, Blake Griffin. You want to put Blake Griffin in there? Boom. Blake Griffin, Derrick Rose, generational talents that niggas we've been following since high school, college, and now the league. Most of these niggas just high school. It's only one nigga, LeBron, high school. But like, you know what I'm saying?
That junior season,
Cooper Flagg is next in line to be one of those niggas.
To the best prospects of the 21st century, Cooper broke headlines when he decided to jump up a year and reclassify from the class of 2025 to the class of 2024. The result of Flagg jumping up a class and bypassing an entire season of basketball, he not only instantly became the #1 player in the country against players 1 to 2 years older than him, overnight, he became the favorite to be selected first overall in the 2025 NBA draft. As a 16-year-old who had just finished his sophomore year of high school. The rankings were of course correct. Cooper was still so far ahead of his competition that he was a shoo-in for the high school national player of the year just a few games into that season. Projections this bullish and this early are
you gonna call Paolo was Paolo touted as a generational talent? Or was he just you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I remember that year niggas didn't even know who was gonna be #1 pick. You feel me? But listen, Paolo ended up being a generational talent, so I'm not not generational talent, he ended up being a really, really good he's not a superstar yet, but he could be a superstar.
So rare that we've only seen them a handful of times. Back in 2001, when NBA scouts were already saying a 16-year-old LeBron was a surefire #1 pick, and more recently with Victor Wembanyama, who was projected to be the first overall pick 2 years before he was eligible for the draft.
Listen, I don't blame niggas. When I saw Victor Wembanyama hit Rudy Gobert with a step back 3, nigga, and he was 15, 16, I'm like, yeah, this nigga gonna be a problem when he gets to the league.
Outside of these two truly once-in-a-generation talents, even the most sought-after prospects do not face these expectations this early in their basketball career. But it was in the following season where Cooper would face his biggest test yet. Prove that he was good enough to still dominate games at the college level. But before he even stepped foot on a college court, Cooper did what no high schooler had ever done before him. How do we know if Cooper Flagg will be able to play at the next level and compete against the best players in the world? Well,
he already did.
He already played them.
Literally already did. Literally cooked. I'm not going to say cooked, but he was giving Anthony Davis buckets. He was giving niggas buckets, bro. And this nigga's 17 years old. Just imagine him on a roster, NBA roster, going up against niggas that are going up against niggas that ain't even on the same tier as the niggas he was cooking in this scrimmage.
Last summer, at just 17 years old, Flagg was chosen to be a part of the USA men's select team, a team that would scrimmage LeBron, Steph, KD, and the rest of the Olympic team. A team that hadn't featured a non-NBA player in over a decade and had never featured a high school kid. Now, the best one could hope for this kid going toe-to-toe against the NBA's best is for him to just fit in.
Nah, he's cooking niggas.
Moment, make the right plays.
Nah, he's cooking niggas.
Not be a liability.
Yup, nigga almost dunked on Bam.
Didn't just fit in. He actually stood out. In a straw poll survey conducted by The Athletic following the training camp, players on the Olympic team were asked who they thought the best player on the men's select team was. The player who was chosen by unanimous decision
I pledge allegiance to the flag. Come on, my niggas.
Some of the brightest young NBA talents, and it was the 17-year-old kid that played better than all of them. By the end of the summer, Cooper had already checked off every generational box. He received national acclaim. He was way ahead of schedule in his frame and development to the point where it just wasn't even fun. He went from dominating his class to dominating the country to playing and holding his own against the best players in the world. And of course, he had earned the generational label. The next challenge in front of him was college, which at that point wasn't really a challenge at all.
Not at all.
As the second youngest player in the entire country.
Nigga was in Duke. Cooking niggas, bro. Wasn't there a game he had like 42, 43 or some shit? Listen.
Cooper
Listen, it is Duke, but it is also Cooper Flagg, my nigga. Cooper Flagg is, bro.
Became the best player in college basketball.
Why? I don't know why he's wearing number 2. Fuck it.
As statistically the best offensive player in the country and a top 5 defensive player in the country. His measurables, defensive instincts, and polished offensive game drawing comparisons to Jason Tatum, Scottie Pippen, and Kawhi Leonard. The kid played half of the season as a 17-year-old and won National Player of the Year. But to put
because he's that nigga,
how incredible Cooper's freshman season at Duke was, here are the top 250 players in college basketball last season, represented by age on the x-axis and box plus minus on the y-axis. This chart represents the top 10% of all college basketball players this past season, and it tells the story of what NBA teams are looking for when assessing talent and who stands out amongst their peers. Up here are some of the best players in the country last season. The vast
How the fuck did here's the thing though, Jimmy, how the fuck do you have all these? Number one, I'm not jacking it, bro. Some of these dots don't mean shit. Ain't no way you went through every player, got their box plus minus and everything, and just put a dot right there, bro. Every player, or all the top players at least? Like, ain't no, some of these is bullshit. I'm jagging it.
Majority of them on the older end of college sports, 22, 23, even 24-year-olds. But the NBA isn't necessarily looking for the best prospects, they're looking for prospects with the most upside, young guys who have the highest ceiling. And this becomes clear if we highlight all 30 players selected in the first round of the 2025 NBA draft. All of these players had great seasons, but what really sets them apart from the other 2,400 collegiate players trying to get drafted is their youth. Look at the top picks in this year's draft, and all of them are much younger than their non-drafted counterparts.
Yep.
You could call this the draft zone, a recipe of being elite and
it's like Carter Bryant.
And landing here will greatly increase your odds of making
I'm not gonna lie, Carter Bryant is not. He in San Antonio, I think. Carter Bryant, that nigga's gonna be tough. I'm not gonna lie. Him and Dylan Harper, I mean, they're gonna be playing with Wembanyama and De'Aaron Fox. I don't know if Chris Paul is gonna resign with the Spurs. They gonna make some noise, bro. They gonna, you know what I'm saying? They gonna develop. Spurs got something cooking over there. I'm not gonna lie.
Early and having the potential to get a whole lot better. But if the best prospects in the country are here, where's Cooper Flagg? You guys are not gonna believe this. He's up here. All by him.
Listen, I believe it. I've seen it first. Listen, I'm not gonna say I've seen it firsthand. I've seen it on my television. I've seen this nigga cook. Like he said, he cooked not cooked. He was going toe to toe with the U.S. Olympic team, the best Olympic team in basketball, the USA. You feel me? And ignore the video I made a few months ago where I said the U.S. was gonna go silver. We'll ignore that. They're the best. They're the best basketball team in the Olympics, and he was going toe to toe with these niggas. Then he goes into college, these niggas averaging almost 30 fucking points. Well, he's not obviously. I'm gassing at the numbers, guys. Don't take it literal. Niggas averaging basically 60. You know what I'm saying? Like it is like in college. Like come on, my nigga. Like what are we talking? Like I don't listen. I'm not surprised. There's a reason why I got the jersey. This is the first time I get a nigga's jersey and he didn't even play a game yet. I don't need to see a game. I've seen enough. It is
not a stretch to say Cooper Flagg is a generational talent. But here's the catch. Despite all of the incredible things he's done over the last few years, and his absurd NBA readiness at a young age and just how much upside he possesses, Cooper is not the exception. When LeBron came into the league, we had never seen a prospect quite like him up to that point. When Victor Wembanyama was drafted, we definitely had never seen a player like him before. In fact, I didn't even know a player like him was in the realm of possibility. But we have seen players.
Listen, Victor Wembanyama been playing a lot of 2K. That nigga, I know damn well he went to 2K, went to create a player, made a 7'7" point guard, nigga. Max wingspan, all that, and was practicing. Nigga would use that player and then try to do those moves IRL because he's actually a 7'7" point guard in real life. Well, he's not 7'7", he's 7'4", but you get what I'm saying. He went in 2K, made a 7'7" point guard, 220 pounds, and nigga went out there trying to copy them niggas' moves. He's like, I want to be like my creative character. I want to be like my creative player. And that's exactly what he is. He's a fucking 7'4" demigod. He can do whatever. He can pull from the logo. He can pull from the hash. He can dunk on anybody he wants. He can block whatever the fuck's going into the lane, bro. He can do pull-up jumpers. I mean, his post game's okay, but if he gets a little weight on his body, his post game's won't be impeccable because he's 7'4". All you gotta do is do a post hook or like a sprint or fall away jumper, and nobody's stopping it. You feel me? Like it is what it is. You feel me? Like it's just that nigga's just
like Cooper Flagg.
That nigga's just a go, man. One of the he's gonna be a future go.
Game's just as NBA ready.
Okay, man. Who remember Andrew Wiggins, bro? Niggas was saying he's gonna be the next LeBron.
For a surefire megastar. History has shown us that oftentimes we don't know the difference between great talent and generational talent. Since 2000, there have been 12 players who were given the label of generational, from LeBron and Greg Oden to Zion and
Listen, here's what I'll say. I mean, Cade Cunningham, generational talent, I don't know. There's a lot of people in his draft class that could have won number one. But he was obviously like he was the best player in their draft, numbers wise and college wise, so he won number one. The only niggas in this whole list that I can for sure say were generational talents is obviously LeBron, you know what I'm saying, Mr. You know what I'm saying, Raymond James. Dwight Howard, I forgot Dwight Howard was drafted number one, but Dwight Howard, he was a bust, but that's because of injury. Blake Griffin was actually a general. Like Blake Griffin did miss a year, but when he came back after his injury year, he was that nigga. And then when he was in Detroit, yeah. Anthony Davis, you know what I'm saying, generational talent, you know what I'm saying, unibrow, you know what I'm saying, lived up to his hype. Andrew Wiggins, not a he was touted as a generational talent, but not a generational talent. Very talented basketball player, has an NBA championship, you know what I'm saying, the whole nine. Ben Simmons, you suck. DeAndre Ayton, not a generational talent, but he's a really, really good big man. You know what I'm saying? If you put him in a good situation, like how he is now in LA, or how he was in Phoenix when he had Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, Cameron Johnson, Chris Paul, you know what I'm saying, all them niggas, then he can contribute, but he's not a generational talent. He's not, you know what I'm saying, he's not Victor Wembanyama or LeBron James or nothing, you feel me? Zion, he's a generational talent, but the nigga just can't stay healthy. But because I'm still giving him that title, is because when he does play, he puts up very, very, very good numbers. All like superstar level numbers. It's just the nigga cannot stay on the floor and he keeps fucking porn stars. Okay? I already talked about Cade Cunningham. I already talked about Victor Wembanyama. These niggas, like I said, so it's LeBron, Dwight Howard, Blake Griffin, Anthony Davis, Zion, Victor, and Cooper Flagg. Those are like 10 out of 10 generational talents. I have to see a little bit more Cade Cunningham because, you know what I'm saying, this recent season was his best season so far in his whole Detroit Pistons tenure. He has shown us that he can be a really good point guard, a really good passer, and sometimes an okay defender. You know what I'm saying? He's Luka Doncic 2.0, except he's not Luka Doncic. He does Luka Doncic things, though. But if you want to say generational talent, I'm not going to get mad at you. But for right now, I can't give him that title. Like I can't put him in the same tier as niggas like LeBron, Dwight, Victor, and all the niggas. But he is playing. He's really, 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 really good. He's a superstar. He's a potential superstar in Detroit, and he's the best player in Detroit. So, you know what I'm saying? He has an argument.
Many of these names, similar to Cooper Flagg, their title as generational was accepted, but not by everyone. Like Greg Oden back in 2007, who truly did look like a once-in-a-generation big man coming out of college.
And I stand on this. If Greg Oden didn't have, I think his problem was, one leg was bigger than the other, and that's why he kept fucking having leg problems. If he was actually healthy and didn't have those problems, bro, he'd be an all-time great big man. He would, because he was really good. He was really good in the post. He was a really good shot blocker, really good interior force. All right, he had a little bit of a pull-up game, from the mid-range. He could have worked on the three if he was to still play. And you know what I'm saying, the Curry shit would have happened. He would have, you know what I'm saying, started shooting a little bit more threes. Greg Oden was really, really good. It's just nigga, you know what I'm saying. Nigga couldn't stay healthy. Because when he did play, I'm gonna stop pausing it. This is the last time I'm gonna pause it. When he did play, he put up really, really good numbers. You know what I'm saying? I think there was a stretch where he would play 15, 20 games. He was playing really, really, really good, and then he got hurt, and then it was over.
Kevin Durant is about all the evidence you need of that. Same with Zion Williamson in 2019. Another incredible.
But getting drafted ahead of Kevin Durant, though, and then being a bust is kind of crazy,
the doors off of college basketball for a season, but has been completely derailed thanks to injuries. 12 proclaimed generational prospects in 26 years, or about one projected generational talent every other year, is a gross overestimation not just of talent, but how often this kind of talent comes around. Among the true generational talents and the ones who had the potential to be one are the players who were thrown into a conversation they should have never been in. Dwight Howard and Anthony Davis are both incredible Hall of Famers, but still not quite generational. Andrew Wiggins and Ben Simmons look the part.
I beg to differ. Anthony Davis, when he was, I said I wasn't gonna stop pausing, but I had to pause after he said that. Anthony Davis, 2011, 2012, you know what I'm saying? Especially when he was in college, bro. That nigga was a force on the paint. Bro, he could shoot the three, block the shot. In his prime, when he was you know what I'm saying, first few years in New Orleans and in college, he could bring the ball up the floor, you know what I'm saying, play like a guard. We didn't see anything like that at that time. I mean, who I can't speak right now. Who during that time was playing like Anthony Davis or doing what Anthony Davis was doing? In Anthony Davis's prime, he was basically a 6'10", 6'11 guard. He was 6'10", he was a 6'10", 6'11 power forward playing like a point guard. I don't think we ever. I could be wrong, bro. You can say it in the comments. But you know what I'm saying? I could be wrong, but he's a generational talent. That's to me though. Dwight Howard, he's also a generational talent. There was no, I mean, he was compared to Shaq. So when you're compared to Shaq, my nigga, and you actually live up to, and listen, just like Shaq, they made the finals, lost. Okay, he made the finals with this team. Okay, he was the best player on that team. He won multiple DPOYs. The best shot blocker, one of the best shot blockers of his era, and one of the best interior offensive players and defensive players of all time. He is a generational talent. I don't know what Jimmy's talking about, but Andrew Wiggins, yeah, he's not a generational talent.
By about a mile.
Ben Simmons, you suck.
Believe it or not.
Greg Oden, I feel bad for you. Zion Williamson, not a generational talent, is crazy.
And Cade Cunningham managed to.
And Blake Griffin, not a generational talent, is crazy too.
Earned the generational label leading up to the time they were drafted. Of these 12 players, one of them truly lived up to the lofty label, and another one is currently proving he was worthy of the label. The general public predicted 12, and we got 2. No matter how many players we claim to be generational, turns out once in a generation truly means once in a generation. And with Wemby clearly being the guy of this era, we may not be due for another generational talent for quite some time. What are the odds Cooper lives up to the absolute upper end of the ceiling people have placed on him? Well, no one actually knows. If what a player did leading up to the time of them being drafted told us who they would become in the league, then Zion, Ben Simmons, and Andrew Wiggins would be the face of the NBA right now. The inverse of this is also true. If pre-draft projections were any indication of who a player would eventually become, Giannis, Jokic, and Kawhi would have been written off years ago. We may have an idea of what a player might become, but that's it, an idea. Truth is, some of these once proclaimed generational talents didn't fail to meet their potential. It's likely that they were just never the once-in-a-generation talent some claimed them to be. All things indicate that Cooper Flagg could be a truly transcendent player in the league. Of course, that's if indication meant anything at all. Only time will tell what Cooper's true potential is and if he'll rise up and meet it.
You're not wrong, but listen, Jimmy. Listen, Jimmy. I gotta go back to the OBS, bro, because, listen, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, I gotta go back to OBS. Hold up. Listen, Jimmy. I'm just keeping it a buck with you, my nigga. I'm just keeping it a whole buck with you. Oh, shit. I don't gotta listen. Listen. Cooper Flagg's gonna be that nigga. I don't gotta get into detail about it. I don't gotta be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? We don't know yet. We don't know if he's gonna do this. We don't know if this is gonna happen. We don't know if that's gonna happen. Nigga, I know what's gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen. Listen, I have a track record, right? I have a track record for niggas that I'm very high on. 85%, I'll say 85%. 85% of the time when I say a nigga is gonna be nice or a nigga is gonna be you know what I'm saying, like a very, 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 like potentially a superstar type shit, I'm usually right. You feel me? Like with Luka Doncic, niggas was saying, listen, we all know what happened when Luka Doncic got drafted. Niggas was saying that he wasn't really that good. We don't know much about him. Niggas was saying that there was Sacramento Kings fans happy that they didn't draft him. The Atlanta Hawks fans was like, yes, I'd rather have Trae Young on my team than Luka fucking Doncic, right? And then you got little old me, right? You got little old me telling these niggas that are trying to hate on my mans that I'm over here trying to tell these niggas he's the best player in the draft. You got to look at his Real Madrid highlights. And then you got niggas like, he was in the EuroLeague, bro. It's not the NBA. He's 17 years old, cooking grown-ass man. Not only cooking grown-ass man, winning MVP in the second best league in the NBA. But this video is not about Luka. All right, Luka's one of them. Who else is one of them? Listen, I got a track record. I'm not gonna go deep into it right now. I got a track record. All right, I got. You feel me? You feel me? But listen, bro. I've seen enough of Cooper Flagg to know that once he sets foot on that NBA floor, and once they pair him with Klay Thompson and Anthony Davis, two of some of the best basketball players that have ever played the NBA in the NBA. Fuck, I just burped. Cooper's going to be fine. Not only is he going to be fine, he's going to average his normal rookie numbers, which is like 17, 18 points per game on solid splits. And with those numbers, they might potentially clinch a spot in the playoffs. And if Kyrie comes back relatively healthy, which is really not that, you know what I'm saying? When I'm not expecting it, he's coming back from an Achilles tear. Coming back from an Achilles tear is tough, my nigga. So even if he's back at like 75, 80%, you feel me? We got Cooper, Flagg, Warren. Anthony Davis is made of glass, but let's hope he's still there. And Klay Thompson, you know what I'm saying? You're going to get more open looks because you got Cooper fucking Flagg on your team. So you better start hitting your Klay Thompson. You better start knocking down your threes. You're dating Megan. You're literally piping out Megan Thee Stallion, my nigga. You better lock in, my nigga. You better lock in. Cooper Flagg is up next. Still got the tag on. I'm going to take the tag off after the video's done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you want to watch the original video, it's going to be in the link in the description. I love you niggas, and I'm out. Peace.